Hello, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, cross-watching, friends of Cancer. Any placements that need attention wherever Cancer is on your chart, this message is for you. Of course, if it makes you feel empowered, if it excites you, if it rings true with your intuition, your heart, your soul, that message is for you. And if it makes you feel fearful or disempowered, you can leave it behind. Spirit will bring you messages when you're ready to hear them. That said, these messages are timeless. So whenever this has found you, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Because you're here, I can be here. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. These are our stories, the stories of the Anima Mundi. God, Goddess, Soul, Source, Creator, Deity, you, me, all of us. Thank you so much for being here. This is a tremendous part of my gratitude practice, and I enjoy reading for you so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for your interactions with the channel. Likes, shares, subscribes, comments, love emoji comments, other ways to interact in the description box and on the channel page. So I put prayers for your highest good into my altar for my monthly rituals for all past, present, and future interactions with the channel. Your feedback and generosity of presence is so much appreciated. That said, Cancer, when I was shuffling, we did get a card popping out, and I did an unusual thing of doing fan shuffle upside down, and the Empress and the Star card were on the split, so that's very fortuitous. What we'll be looking at here is and excuse my congestion, the Terra Oracle deck by Lucas Cown and Lindsay Cummins, the Crystal Mandala deck by Alana Fairchild, Khalil Gibran's The Prophet Oracle card set. We've got the 1909 Waite Smith Tarot, the Aquarian Tarot by David Palladini, and for clarification, we've got this lovely Marseille deck from Claude Burdell from 1751. So I always love having a Marseille deck in the mix. I try and switch up the decks per rounds of readings, and I'm excited to have that one here. So excited to have you here as well. That said, my loves, let's think of a gratitude that we have in our heart, mind, spirit, soul, intuition. The first thing that comes up could be big or small, a micro tenderness or a macro tenderness. All of these things we gather together to create our kingdom of tenderness. So again, thank you for being here. My gratitude for this reading will be about my paintbrushes, because I have been painting and taking care of my brushes and my pens and my tools, and it's such a pleasure to have wonderful tools for creativity at my disposal and to care for my things. So whatever comes first to your mind, please join with me in a deep breath. Thank you so much, Spirit, Anima Mundi. Again, I apologize so much for being congested, but what are you going to do? Hopefully this will pass soon, but I'm in tremendous health, so I pray for your good health as well. For Cancer, please. I was feeling also when I was shuffling that things are kind of tidy for you, which is good. Maybe not exciting, but let's see if anything exciting comes out in the reading. It just seems like kind of all of your T's are crossed, you know. So for my Cancer placements, please. Oh, shoot. I think I'm going to take those, actually. This animal deck seems to be speaking, so to you. So let's look at that in it. For Cancer, please. I feel like probably we're going to get more totems or guides than tarot. Kind of like big energies with the major arcana, like really good fortune cards coming out in the beginning, or, you know, showing their faces. Oh gosh, I feel like you've got big energy at work here. And, you know, I'm knocking stuff over, so maybe things are going to become untidy. You know, that's the way it is. You get to a fulcrum point, potential energy, and it starts swinging, the pendulum starts swinging the other way. Look at this guy. All right, that's brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Got some big crystals this round, too, so I got to filling up my bowl a little bit. Oh, that one's popping out, too. Have Queen of Swords. She's been showing up. 7 of Cups. All right, you might want to look at other readings too, because we've got 7 of Cups in some other signs as well, but although I can't remember which ones. And the 4 of Swords with the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this is a pair. Could be between a Taurus and a Libra. If you have a relationship between Taurus and Libra placement people, of course, masculine energy, feminine energy, but those are in all genders. These may be older people, depending on your age. If you are in a sense of mastery, then this could be a peer as well. For Cancer, please. Messages for Cancer. Authority figures. Bosses. Big boss energy there. Oh, this one is flipped upside down, so we'll keep that too. That's important. That one. We have, ooh, Judgment. Okay, good to see a major. 7 of Swords. Excuse me. 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like, for some reason, an ending and a beginning. Oh, yeah. And definitely a new start here with the 6 of Swords. We've got the Wand here. Even though this is a Swords card, an air card, we have the willpower of the oarsman bringing these thoughts into the next phase. From choppy waters into smooth waters. Like I said, it seems like you've got things sewn up, and these are both personas of like really tidy energy. You know, this is like the businessman. This is the dynamite admin, lawyer, take no mess. Like, you can come to me, but know that this sword is here. She can have very cutting words, succinct words, doesn't beat around the bush. He's got no reason to beat around the bush either, because he's got stuff to do, he's got things to run. So, I feel like this is you, like, living in this energy, and there's been, like, a lot of confusion with your feelings and with different impressions and your imagination. And you need to have a rest, need to have some meditation time, need to have gratitude time, because traditionally this is the soldier that's come back from war and has laid down on his sepulcher to contemplate how he did not die in the war. This is also an echo of the 5 of Pentacles, where there's the supplicant in front of the saint, asking for assistance, asking for mercy, asking for shelter. So if you've ever had like this is just coming out, that if you've ever had kind of poverty trauma, or you react to any unresolved trauma in your life with kind of money fixations or poverty consciousness, that's coming through, and why maybe there's so much control happening over here. That said, there is judgment, so your moral fiber needs to be sewn up and acted upon, because things will come out of the woodwork. There may have been some shady behavior, or there may have been some things that you had to do that were below your moral standards, or somebody else in your life was behaving in that manner. It may be at a workplace, or it may have to do with the work that you do, or work can be a way to, for good or for ill, move yourself out of those untoward situations. Now, we have in that vein that Four of Pentacles coming out, and that's kind of this like, I need to save my money, I need to retain my money. There are things in my resource, in my piggy bank, in my stable, that I can't, bring out right now. I've got to keep those under wraps. And that can be good, and that can, be shadow. But, it's the thing where, like, some people have been hungry, and so they keep food that's past expiration date and eat it and get sick. So consider what you're holding on to that's no longer good, because that doesn't do good for anybody. It would be better to give things away that other people can use than keep them for them to just go bad. Queen of Rods. So there's like a lot of passionate, fiery energy, something a little looser, a little more dynamic, a little more spontaneous, a little more spunky, as it were. Yeah. And the Eight of Wands. So there's like a desire. There's a desire that's laying underneath, right? So, there might be some morality at play. And there might be like, well, I've got this stance, but where are the lines? Where are the lines on my value system and my morality system? Before we clarify with this deck, I want to look at these three that popped out here. Yeah, okay. So, the wasp, the blowfly, and the possum. So, affliction, that goes there. Observation with the blowfly, so that's this queen. And then surrender with the possum. So that goes with the judgment and the Six of Swords. I feel like these are together because, like, something is coming to an end, and you got to pay the piper. You've got to re-examine your moral fiber, and what you let into your life that's like not working with your value system. And because this is a major arcana, and the only major arcana in this field here, there's like divine forces coming into play, and you have to just let go. You can't, and your life might change. Like, you might have to move on to something else because of something that you or somebody else has done in the past. But it's going to clear the air of this, like, expired food, as the metaphor that we're using is talking about, and bring you into this, like, really dynamic energy. But, like, what's between your desires and your action towards them is kind of like hanging on to maybe like some of the shadow aspects of being like so hyper vigilant with your resources. And you need a rest. so that you can get to work efficiently. And you may need some partnership with your work as well. And not this kind of thing. Let's talk about the kind of energy we need to exalt this Three of Pentacles, please. Yeah. Okay. So it might be a totally new vocation, new group of collaborators. Let's talk about this King and Queen of... the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, please. Temperance. Okay. Another sign had Temperance as well. So again, this is like divine energy coming in on your behalf. Angels coming to raise the dead, coming to balance divergent forces, yin and yang, cleansing the waters, healing you emotionally first, the hot and cold being blended together, the cauldron in the I Ching. But yeah, something is changing, and it may be actually your work. And it may be people in your life. So, and this may be you, but let's talk some more about this Queen of Rods energy and what she is drawing in to her sphere. Oh, yeah. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Need I say more? So there's a new passion, a new idea. There's like a spark. It could be something from the past, but you know, it just, you know, you may have been ready to move on from it, but maybe you are moving on from something else and to it, and you have to let go. You have to close your eyes. And and that's interesting that that's upside down because all my cards are right side up. I'm not saying like close your eyes. I'm saying like shut down the noise, you know, because this is like too much watching and too much dotting I's and crossing T's. I mean, this is great energy. It's superb, like elevated energy. But we're looking at another queen here and a new passion, right? And you know, we started out with swords, 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 swords. Pentacles, pentacles. And then just this like bonkers banana cups energy that's just like very unstable. And choices could be made to go in the wrong direction, just like the Seven of Swords. You know, you can choose to commit fraud or whatever, or, you know, like, or in the light aspect of this card, it's like, okay, well, how can we like mitigate damage by sabotage, perhaps, or by, you know, just like kind of slipping something under the radar. But I feel like with the Affliction card, it's kind of more on the end of shady behavior and not being able to decide. I want to pull one on another one on the sevens, please. Excuse me. Yeah, so I mean, maybe you're bored with all of the abundance that you've created here, right? It's just like, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is like managing resources perfectly, but it's like, is it all like in the solid earth? You know, is it all thought and form? Or is there, you know, something spiritual and passionate that needs to come through, you know, like raise the dead? Like, I mean, there's this Rumi quote, love comes to everyone, even the Sultan, and they are all in deep trouble. So, you know, it could be love, but, you know, it could be that holy love of balance, you know, that comes to your soul and heals you with that Empress energy and the star energy that I saw before. I'm kind of amazed that it hasn't popped out. But with this hive, right, this is upside down, so this is harmony is the name for this card. So, you know, we talk about bees being in this, like, wonderful collaborative scenario, and they're serving the queen. You know, all of your thoughts and feelings, like, are they serving the queen bee in your soul? Like, you're manifesting queen? Or has it, I mean, maybe your friend group is, or your work group is just not working out, you know? Um, Maybe you're just worked to the bone, but something's got to change, you know? And even if your circumstances don't change, it could be a change of mind, a change of heart, but it seems like it's a change of spirit, and that willpower with this wand in the Six of Swords is what's carrying you through to some emotional peace. As a water sign, it's pretty amazing that this is the only water cup or water card here, cup card, but we do see cups here, and they're implicit in the star card that showed its face but isn't actually showing up in the reading. So I think there's going to be some diving into your feelings and into your passions and your desires. It's time to like examine your desires for sure, and what you want, not like what the group has wanted for you or what any kind of authority figures may have wanted for you, but what you want, Queen. And this could be an Aries in your life, just to bring that to the mind, and Scorpio, Sagittarius. Although I find the court cards more actual people than the major arcana, which is mostly like divine energy to me. But yeah, take it how you feel. Divine Alchemy from Ascended Master Mary Magdalene and Aqua Aura Quartz. So yeah, this is blue, green color, heart and throat chakra. Speak about what you want. Sing about what you want, actually, would be probably more appropriate. And then, we think about Mary Magdalene as a character. She's often maligned in modern Christianity, whereas like a lot of Gnostic Christians viewed her as a prophet herself, under the radar, not being seen for your power and who you are. But also there's like this beautiful surrender energy with her, where she meets Jesus and washes his feet with this precious oil and then mops it dry with her hair. So like it's very sensual. I think I love that story because it's so sensuous. But and then a lot of modern interpretations think of her as like a reformed harlot. Which, a lot of times this Queen of Rods energy can be interpreted, like powerful, sensual women can be interpreted as being like sexually promiscuous or whatever. And, I think you've got to be willing to put up with some judgment, but it's a lot better than this shady, like, backdoor dealings. And then we've got open your heart unto the body of life. And this is from the chapter of death. I mean, I initially read that as like, open up to your having a body, like experiencing the body and the feelings and the sensations of the body, because there isn't enough feeling and passion in here, There's just kind of like work, and no rest for Jack, the dull boy, So, but this comes from the chapter about death, so I'm fascinated about that. And this is the cover illustration of the original manuscript, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, which I strongly encourage you to check out in your local library. It's everywhere. You would know the secret of death, but how shall you find it unless you seek it in the heart of life? The owl whose night-bound eyes are blind unto the day cannot unveil the mystery of light. Here's your blazing torch here. If you would indeed behold the spirit of death, open your heart wide unto the body of life. For life and death are one, even as the river and the sea are one. Yeah, I mean, what are you working and paying bills for the rest of your life? You got to open up your heart and like go for what you want. You got to live your life and have what you want. Go for what you want. Be inspired. Live, It's not just work. and like making sure the other shoe doesn't drop like it did in the past, like because I don't think that you're engaged. I think you're just chucking away. Something's gotta give. There's got to be some novelty and some excitement and some more balance in your life. Like, I'm sorry that this is coming out, but life work balance, like live, laugh, love, blah, blah, blah. New speak, freakish lingo, blah, blah, blah. Put it on a plaque, put it in your pipe and smoke it. But, like, you've got to, like, maybe you've been afraid to, like, look after your dreams and see what's in there. But you got to get into your waters a little bit so that you know what your desires are. Because it's not just your things and your accomplishments. And, like, if you don't do it, the judgment card is going to do it and bring stuff up for you and force you to move on. So, you might as well just surrender. Universe has your best interests at heart anyway. So, know your heart. And divine alchemy, this is perfect for the temperance card. It's very alchemical energy of like blending base material to make gold, right? So like even if the stuff seems bland and boring and normal and rote and routine, there's going to be a spark that's going to allow you to transform it into something glowing and golden. Because you got to live, baby. All right. I think this is the card that came out in the pre-shuffle. So now it's kind of like a fun little mystery that we get to discover together. Woodpecker. Initiative. Well, darlings, you got plenty of that, but turn that initiative into inspiration, and it'll give you so much power to go through to the next stage, right? Because it's coming. Let go. Here it comes. All right, I love you, my darlings. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't hit the like button yet, I would so appreciate it if you did so. I can't be here without you being here, so my gratitude to you is everlasting, and certainly on my altars, prayers, each month for past, present, and future participants in the channel. You are part of the Anima Mundi. You are part of deity. You are part of creation. You are part of this story that we live as human beings here. And so I thank you so much for being here. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. And I wish you peace.